yung ating first inulit-ulit natin dito sa online para makasabay yung mga kasama nating ascenders coming from different places and different countries all over the world, no? Kaya kung kayo ay happy na nandito kayo ngayon on our structured learning, pakita nga ng mga thumbs up dyan, guys. Paki-thumbs up muna dyan. Ha? Andito ako ngayon sa admin office ng ating headquarters at may mga kasama ako dito ngayong napaka-busy na ating mga operations, no, yung ating mga managers and officers on our operations. Kaya they will be joining us on our training today. Okay, so again, I'm so happy that everyone is here now. This is actually now a training. Let me share my slide. Ang ating topic today is actually C2, no? Last week, so kung naka-attend kayo, sino ba dito yung mga naka-attend last week ng ating Ascend training program ng online? Meron po ba? Meron bang mga naka-attend last week ng ating check-in one with our CEO, Mr. Jurgen, Engineer Jurgen Gonzalez? So meron po bang mga naka-attend? Kung merong naka-attend, paki-type dyan, C1. Sa mga naka-attend ng C1 last week, okay, by Engineer Jurgen, no? Congratulations. Despite of you being far, wala kayo dito sa opisina at nasa iba't ibang lugar, na-experience nyo live, no, na dinidiscuss yung ating check-in one. Now guys, let me tell you this, no? Bakit natin ginagawa ito? Number one, kasi gusto namin ma-maximize nyo yung soft operations or yung pioneering stage ng Ascendra International. You know why? Because again, this coming next few months, abangan po ninyo. No, I have an update to each and every one of you. Gusto niyo ba ng update? If you want an update, give me a thumbs up. If you want an update, I'll give you an update. This coming October 26 sa event natin sa Metro Tent, no? Ang exciting is that a part of the things that we will be launching, a part of the many things that we will be launching is yung ating mobile app na Ascend Training Learning Hub. So we will be having a learning hub that you can download on your mobile phones. You can actually download it through App Store kung naka-iOS kayo, Google Play Store kung kayo ay naka-Android, and that particular learning hub is on demand. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng module na to, including the check-in 1, check-in 2, itong topic natin today, check-in 3, 4, and all the left-off modules and even the elevate modules per rank, mapapanood po ninyo doon sa on-demand learning hub natin na mata-download nyo sa mobile app. Is that exciting? Right? Super exciting talaga naman, no? Ayan. Sa mga excited dyan, ha? Sino yung mga magda-download ng app na yan? Paki-type dyan, ha? On-demand learning hub, di ba? So magkakaroon tayo niyan coming very, very soon before our grand launch on January. Ilalabas natin yan by October 26, no? Kaya, again, ito mga to, ma-experience nyo po ito, no? Ma-experience nyo to lahat this coming October 26 na on-demand live na siya. Okay? So may experience nyo siya every now and then. Pero again, ngayon, ang advantage is that you get to experience this live face-to-face dito sa online, tsaka sa on-site. So, lamang ang mga pre-pioneer talaga. Kasi na-experience nyo ng live nang hindi lang naka-record or kasi yung magpapanood nyo sa Learning Hub, malinis na po yun, naka-green screen tayo doon. Tapos, makikita ninyo, i-explain natin yung ating mga modules. At syempre, may mga iba pa tayong mga trainers na papasok doon sa Learning Hub natin. Alright? So again, this learning, this structured learning is one that we want to really emphasize the value ng Ascendra International kasi part ito ng mga solutions natin. Part ito ng value proposition natin. Kaya nga, pag ine-explain natin yung AI forum, nakikita nyo yung unang-una doon, yung letter M, yung unang-unang letter ng MVP. That's mastery, di ba? That's our offering. Those are our solutions. Mastery, vitality, and protection. Unang-una doon yung mastery kasi produkto natin siya, part of our solutions. Kaya if you want to talk to a lot of clients, prospects, or niche or market, isa sa mga pwede nyo i-offer is yung mastery program ng Ascendra International. We actually maximize the radical meaning of network marketing. Binalik po natin yung ibig sabihin talaga ng networking, that's connection and collaboration. Nakipag-collaborate tayo sa iba't ibang malulupit na experts coming from different industry to actually get to learn from them and ma-maximize natin sa business natin dito sa Ascendra International. So again, it's very, very exciting. So again, like what Kat said, Ascend program is attitude, skills, and clarity education for network development. Ang storyline natin dito is para kayong sasakay ng eroplano, no? When you actually ride a plane, no? Kapag ikaw ay sumakay ng isang eroplano, no? Ang importante dito is that you are prepared. Kaya nga itong ating Ascendra journey, it's like this is gonna be a flight that you will never ever forget because it's going to change your life. Kaya ang maganda dito, pag kung ikaw ay sasakay ng eroplano, importanteng may clear flight path ka to success. So maliwanag. Kaya yung clear na yan, mga kaibigan, yan din yung ating mga modules ng ating Ascend program. So as you can see, the first is check-in modules. This is where we do the conditioning. Kaya ang tawag natin dito is conditioning stage. Dito natin kinakalibrate yung ating mga kailangan or pine-prepare yung mga kailangan natin before navigation. Let me tell you the truth. Marami sa atin, sa mga marketers natin dito, sa mga entrepreneurs dito, sa mga gustong magnegosyo dito, marami yung gustong magnegosyo, marami yung gustong magbenta, pero sinimulan kagad magbenta bago i-prepare yung sarili nila. So tulad din sa pagsakay ng eroplano, hindi ka pwedeng sumasakay ng eroplano ng tipong babiyahe ka na lang kagad, dilipad ka na lang kagad without even preparing yourself on the flight that you're going to journey on. Like for example, importante, alam niyo mga piloto, bago po mag-take off ng airport yan, importante po sa kanila na naka-ready na lahat. Lahat ng dadaanan nila. In fact, lahat ng ruta for every degree of the route is very important for pilots. Alam na nila kung ano yung ETA or estimated time of arrival nila dun sa kanilang final destination. In fact, ang mga piloto, bago mag-take off yan, alam na nila kung saan yung mga dadaan nilang makaka-expect sila ng mga turbulences or kung saan medyo makapal-kapal ang mga ulap at ina-expect nila. So, in fact, ganun ang piloto. Kapag bago lumipad, handa na, ready na. They know what to expect. Now, the question is, nung ikaw nag-join sa Ascendra International, ganun ka rin ba? Pinrepare mo ba? Niready mo ba yung sarili mo bago ka nag-join, bago ka nag-member? Pinrepare mo ba yung sarili mo bago ka humataw, bago ka kumausap ng mga clients mo, ng mga prospects mo, bago ka naghanap ng mga recruitments mo, bago ka nagbenta ng produkto? Are you really prepared enough? And that is why dito natin papasok sa Ascend training program natin, how important the conditioning is. Diba? Parang lupa lang po yan. You cannot actually expect to harvest a good harvest sa isang lupa kapag ang lupa nagtanim ka ng hindi toiled. Importante na yung lupa bago mo taniman and mag-expect ng magandang harvest, importante na na-toil natin yung lupa, na-prepare natin yung lupa. Diba? Napatubigan mo, may irrigation, na-prepare mo siya, no? Healthy yung lupa. Bago ka magtatanim. Marami sa atin tanim kagad ng tanim, tapos pag hindi natin nakuha yung tamang harvest natin, madi-disappoint ka, mapu-frustrate ka. So technically guys, we want to remind each and everyone na importante na may mga ganitong pagkakataon, you need to sharpen your axe. You need to relax. You need to actually, tame yourself to, consciously, study, pag-aralan natin, and i-prepare yung mga sarili natin. So sa check-in, sa conditioning, meron tayong 4 na module. That's check-in 1, check-in 2, 3, and 4. Makikita nyo sa check-in 1, nandun yung tinatawag na mindset. Yun yung pinaliwanag sa atin last week ni Engineer Jurgen, ang ating CEO. No? Pinakita sa atin yung importante yung mission and vision ng kumpanya, yung alignment, kasi it's very important. You can never expect to become competent in what you do if you don't know who you are. Okay? Kaya nga meron akong paborito na statement that said that doing comes after being. What does it mean, no? You cannot expect na gumaling ka sa gagawin mo nang hindi mo lubusang naintindihan ano yung being mo. Kailangan maliwanag muna sa'yo. Ano ba yung sombrero? When you go inside an office, maliwanag sa'yo. Ito, may katabi ako ditong auditor. Kaya napakagaling po niyang mag-audit kasi tuwing papasok siya everyday, alam po niya na ang sombrerong suot-suot niya, he knows that he is an auditor. He knows that ito yung trabaho ko, ito gagawin ko, I know my stuff. Kaya pag dumating siya dito, he knows what he needs to do. So doing comes after being. Pero can you imagine kung papasok ka na ang alam mo auditor ka, pero pagdating mo dito, mag-i-edit ka pala ng mga pictures ng posters. Technically, you can never expect to be good on that. Kasi hindi yun yung being. So, ganoon din sa marami nating mga kasama sa negosyo. Marami mga networkers, marketers, sumasabak sa field, sumasabak sa online without really establishing, sino ba ako? Ano ba ang Ascender? Ano ba ang Ascendra International? Ano ba yung nire-represent ko? Like what you always know, we are all ambassadors of this business. Pero ano pa yung negosyo natin, right? Kaya napaka-importante na ma-establish muna natin yun. So you need to establish who you are. Kaya pinag-uusapan sa mindset, yung mission, yung vision, ano yung mga pitfalls, ano yung mga do's and don'ts, para ready tayo. Alam nyo, to give you an idea, alam ko may kilala kayong mga doktor. Sino dito may mga kilalang doktor? Meron kayo kilalang doktor? Yung mga may kilala dyan or may nakakita na ng doktor, malamang naman siguro, nakapagpa-check up na sa doktor, di ba? Alam nyo ba, ang mga doktor, it takes 4 years of pre-med before you can actually start your proper education on medicine. And pag nag-spend ka ng another 3, 4 years of education on medicine, out of that 4 years, 2 years of that, ini-establish kung ano ba dapat yung pagiging doktor. Wala masyadong mga technicalities. It's more of preparing you to become a doctor. In the last 3 to 4 years, dun daw ine-explain yung technicalities and everything, and then tsaka ka maghahanap ng specialization mo. So, ibig sabihin, 2 years, i-establish yung pagiging doktor. Kaya, bakit siya ganun ka-importante? Kasi, technically, pag sumuot na ng puti yan at naging doktor na yan, at nag-check up na yan, he exactly know who he is, what the hat that he is wearing, ano yung kanyang values, ano yung kanyang mission, and technically because of that, nagagawa niyang to create influence over people. Kaya mga tao ang lumalapit sa doktor, hindi yung doktor naghahanap ng pasyente. Right? Kaya nga ang tawag sa kanila consultants because they are experts and masters of what they do because na-establish nilang mabuti who they really are, their being. So ganun din yung napaka-importante sa atin. Alam mo, ano bang mission, ano bang solution ng Ascendra International para pag lumabas ka, iisa tayo ng tono, naka-align tayo. Right today, what we'll be talking about is motive. Isa sa mga part ng conditioning is to establish ano ba yung goal, ano ba sa ka ba papunta, ano ba yung final destination mo. Kasi baka lumipad ka nang hindi mo alam sa kapapunta. Mamaya, yun yung pag-uusapan natin further. And of course, we have the check-in number 3 next week. Meron tayo niyan. It's called Mastery. Pag-uusapan natin in detail yung mga solution ng Ascendra International. Alright? Yung ating mga produkto, yung ating coverages, di ba? One of our solutions is the financial protection. So marami sa atin nagbebenta ng financial protection, nag-share, nagpo-promote ng ating mga insurances, pero technically, they really don't understand what is it all about. Kaya napakahirap, no? And of course, check-in number 4 is yung method. Doon naman, ipag-uusapan how you can maximize yung ating compensation engine, yung triple unified recurring bonus. Paano mo siya ma-maximize, right? So yan po yan. So yan yung ating check-in conditioning stage. Now, once conditioning is ready, yan, tsaka kalilipad naman ngayon to start to lift off. Yan, di ba? It's now we call it the crucial stage kasi bakit ko nasabing crucial? Kasi crucial siya because this is where the building happens. Ito dito mangyayari yung dugo at pawis at pagod talaga ng isang builder, ng isang network leader, no, ng isang entrepreneur. Kasi dito mangyayari most of the sales process, no, sa lift off. Kaya importante dito from planning, mula sa conditioning and planning to ignition. This time you are ready to lift off. And for a plane, no, to take off and start to lift off, ano ba yung kailangan ma-build niya? Sige nga, kayo nga sumagot sa akin, bago ang isang eroplano maka-take off sa airport or sa runway, ano yung kailangang ma-build niya muna, okay, for the plane to actually lift off. Hindi naman pwedeng pagbukas ng makina niyan, nakalutang na. May nakita ba kayong ganong eroplano? Ang tawag doon, spaceship. Hindi eroplano yun. Ang eroplano, di ba? Di ba? Ano yung kailangan ma-build? Yes, thank you, Rich. Wonderful, no? Momentum. Pakitype dyan, momentum. Every plane needs to build a momentum before they can experience to lift off. Walang eroplanong lumipad ng pagbukas ng makina, nakalutang kagad. Kaya nga nakadesign ng runway na mahaba. Kasi it is designed that an airplane, an aircraft needs to build a momentum before it can actually lift off or take off. And ganun din sa negosyo natin. In any business, importante to build momentum. And again guys, how do you, kaya yung iba nagtataka, parang yung iba gusto nila parang get rich quick scheme eh. Yung tipong pag nag-join sa Ascender International, gusto ka agad may cheque, gusto ka agad may income, gusto ka agad milyonaryo. Now, guess what? This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Ang Ascender International, it's a business. Okay? So you need to build it. You need to build momentum out of it. And paano ba pag-build ng momentum? Simple lang. For you to build momentum, importante, all right, that your engine is running at 100% full throttle. Walang eroplano, okay? Walang eroplano na nakapag-build ng momentum na ang makina gumagalaw or umaandar ng 50% lang. Walang eroplano na, nakapag-build ng momentum na ang makina, it's running in just 70, 80, 90%. The engine must run 100% full throttle before it can actually build momentum and take off. So, ganoon din sa negosyo. Kung nandito ka ngayon sa Ascendra International at ang plano mo 50% lang, subok-subok lang muna, right? Kung ang plano mo dito try-try lang muna, okay, 50% lang muna, 60%, 70%, you'll never build momentum. Magpapaulit-ulit ka lang. If you want to build momentum and take off, you need to do it 100%. And for you to effectively do it 100%, you need to have those skills in building. And kasama itong mga skills na dito, yung lift of 1, 2, 3, and 4, nandun yung connect, contact, communicate, and close. Napaka-importante that you learn how to connect. Dito pag-uusapan yung mga personal branding. Dito pag-uusapan yung paano mo i-project yung sarili mo to the market. No? Lift of number 2 is contact. Dito pag-uusapan how you can effectively tap a market, how you can effectively choose a niche, choose a market sa personality mo, sa branding mo. Sino ba yung perfect na market para sa'yo? No? For you to be more efficient and effective. Okay? Ano pa? Pag-uusapan din dyan sa contact, how you can target. You can segment the market, you can target the market, and how you can position yourself. Meron palang ganun. Hindi pala basta contact, yung sabog-sabog lang, yung basta kahit sino na lang, basta humihinga. Okay? Okay yun. Pero if you want to be more effective, if you want to save more energy and become more effective, you need to be more precise. You need to focus on target market. Okay? Pag-uusapan lahat yan during lift of 2. Yung lift of 3 is more about communication, how to become effective communicator. No? Lahat, from the body language, from the tonality, from whatever you need to say, from the language you need to say, how you can be effective in communicating, how you can be effective in transferring your vision, your knowledge, your solution or your value to somebody else. And let me tell you, kung gusto mo talagang maging negosyante, kung gusto mo maging entrepreneur, kung gusto mo maging isang magaling na network leader, you need to become a very good communicator. Kahit saan ka magpunta, kahit anong negosyo, kahit anong leadership position, you need to be good in communicating because every people they need to have that particular skill. No, it's actually a combination of a hard skill and a soft skill, yung pagiging magaling na communicator kasi kahit anong ganda ng produkto mo, kahit anong ganda ng serbisyo mo, kapag hindi nakikita, nararamdaman at naiintindihan ng tao yan, it's useless. So, a good entrepreneur needs to become a communicator. Sabi ng iba, di simple lang, mag-hire na lang ako ng magaling mag-communicate. Alam mo, kahit mag-hire ka ng mga magagaling magbenta para patakbuhin yung negosyo mo, it will never become successful. Pansamantal lang siya. Okay? Kasi as a business owner, kahit na mag-hire ka ng magaling, pero kung hindi mo alam paano i-connect or i-translate dun sa magagaling na yon, yung vision ng business mo, it's useless. Hindi rin tatagal. Kaya it's very, very important that you become good in communicating. So lahat yan, pag-uusapan natin sa Leap of 3. And yung Leap of 4 natin, yun yung nangyayari ngayon on-site dito sa head office natin with CSO Joseph Lim, how to become persuasive in closing. Ayan, may mga strategies na ibabagsak yung ating Chief Strategy Officer on how to effectively close a deal. How to effectively close a new member or a sale. Okay? Okay ba yan? So, sa mga excited sa lift off, kailangan tapusin nyo tong check-in 1 to 4 natin para masimulan nyo yung lift off. Okay ba yun? Can you give me a thumbs up if you're excited? Ha? Kung kayo ay excited, pakitype dyan, lift off. Yan, sige. Type tayo dyan, type. Ayan, mga thumbs up, thumbs up. Yan, dumadami na tayo, ha? Alright, wonderful. Next, let's move forward. Ayan. Next natin, mga kaibigan, is actually what we call as elevate. No? So sa elevate natin, we call it the challenging stage. Kasi this time, when you are now in the midst of the turbulences, nasa gitna ka na, nakalipad ka na, importante na, you need to learn how to cruise. Okay? Cruise with skill, not just speed. So yung kanina, yung sa Philip Talk, mga basic skill lang yon. Etong sa Elevate, medyo i-advance natin. So dito tayo kukuha ng mga expert coming from different industry. Kaya yung Elevate natin, may iba't ibang training siya per particular rank at nabubuksan siya. May access yan depending on your rank. So meron tayong Elevate Associate, Elevate Builder, Elevate Consultant, Director, and Executive. And we even have Elevate for Prime Partner, Lead Partner, Senior Partner, and Managing Partner. There are a minimum of 2 to 4 modules per rank. So for example, sa Elevate Associate pa lang, nandyan yung mga basic knowledge about basic skills and advanced learning about branding, okay, online branding, or yung ano ba yung mga dapat mong ipopost. Nandyan din yung mga trainings about content creation, how you can actually effectively create contents online para makapag-capture ng engagement and makapag-generate ng leads or ng clients, ng prospects, di ba? Alright, so nandiyan yung mga topic na about live selling, about e-commerce. So nandyan po yan sa associate natin. Sa builder, may mga topics din tayo na how to build. So per particular rank, may mga specific modules, specialized modules, depending on the role or the rank that you are into. Kaya dito papasok talaga yung structured learning natin. Hindi basta halo-halo. Now take note, depending on your rank, hanggang dun lang yung access ng mga modules mo. Kung ikaw ay nasa consultant, may access ka lang sa modules ng associate, builder, and consultant. So para mabuksan mo yung access ng mga modules ng director, you need to actually upgrade and rank up to become a director. Okay ba yun? Ayan, and of course, packet ng packet yan ha, up to the prime partner, lead partner. So dito papasok yung importance ng structured learning kasi natutunan natin yan sa school, sa academy. Kaya pala may reason bakit may grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kaya pala hindi pwedeng pag-graduate mo ng grade 1, grade 6 ka na kagad. Kasi yung reason why there's grade 2, 3, 4, and 5 kasi para structured, para step by step, para hindi nagkakaroon ng information overload, para hindi natatabunan ng sobrang daming kaalaman yung marami nating mga kasama sa industriya until to the point that they don't even know where to start or how to start. Marami tayong kasamang ganun. Okay, if you can relate to that, can you give me a thumbs up? Kung tingin mo this makes sense, this actually makes sense, na importante to sa negosyo natin, give me a thumbs up. Importante na structured, importante na step by step. Now, you need a SEND program, all right? Now next, after that, syempre, after the Elevate, kung matapos mo na lahat ng modules na yan, syempre ibang level ka na, di ba? Okay, pagdating mo ng mga prime partner, lead partner, we can now invite you no, to our alignment. Okay? Yung alignment natin is the consistency stage. No? Perfect to after the grand launch natin by January. Maramang meron na tayo mga partnership ranks na maiimbita namin sa alignment training. This alignment training is more of a leadership camp. Okay? This is gonna be running for 3 full day. So medyo pupunta tayo sa isang venue niyan, magkakasama tayo. So medyo may grounding na kasama yan. Ayan ha. So magandang resort yan, magandang hotel. So this is more of motion matching the mission. So mga topics dyan, all about inspiration, integrity, impact, influence, and illumination. From the word itself, it's alignment. Perfectly ginagawa ang alignment kapag medyo lumalaki na yung kita, kapag medyo nakakabuelo na. Kasi dyan na dapat ginagawa yung mga putol sungay at putol buntot. Okay? I know, you understand what I'm talking about. Doon na kailangan medyo i-align natin yung mga kasama natin no, sa negosyo natin. So, that is actually alignment. Okay, sabi ni Erwin Bayer, ang saya nun. Sana nasa Pinas na. Yes, goal natin yan, Sir Erwin. No? Makakauwi kayo dito sa Pilipinas para maka-join sa amin sa ating alignment. Or, take note, baka dumating ang time, magkaroon tayo ng mga alignment sa iba't ibang bansa. Hindi malabong mangyari yan. No? It's gonna be part of our program. No? Ayan. So, yun yung A natin, yung alignment. And last, but definitely not the least, but the most important for me, no? Na part ng ating clear program, clear flight path to success ng Ascend program is yung reach. Ayan, yung R, yung dulo, yung reach. What do you mean by reach, Miko? Ibig sabihin ba, nakarating na, okay na, tapos na? Ang tawag dito is the most cherishing stage. When you say cherish, the synonymous word for cherish is actually, value, is actually important. When you cherish something, that something is important to you. That something is so valuable to you. Pinapangalagaan mo siya. Kaya siya cherish. Now, when you say cherish, kaya namin nilagay dito kasi It doesn't mean na pag nakarating ka na sa destination mo. It doesn't mean na pag, naabot mo na yung mga pangarap mo, yung dream travel mo, nakauwi ka na dito for good, may dream house ka na, may dream car ka na, you have the knowledge and skills to actually speak in a big crowd, ang laki na ng grupo mo. It doesn't necessarily mean na pag nakarating ka na, tapos na. Are you following? Kaya namin siya ginawang cherishing kasi pag cherishing, ibig sabihin, it's never ending. Hindi mo siya pababayaan. Pangangalagaan mo siya. You need to sustain it. Kaya sa Reach, the destination for Ascendra International is sustained discipline. It doesn't mean na nakarating ka, tapos na ang boxing, tapos na ang ball game. In business, ang negosyo po, hindi parang basketball na may fourth quarter, na pag tumunog yung buzzer beater, it's done. It doesn't work like that. Sa business, you need to keep the ball rolling. Right? Kaya importante that you keep on growing, you keep on moving up. Kaya nga, alam mo, para sa akin, the true meaning of the success word itself, success is something that we cannot actually define because it's different from different people. Pero let me tell you, success, ladies and gentlemen, is actually not something that you can actually own. Para sa akin, success is rented. Ang tawag ko doon yung rent proposition. Success is always rented. You need to pay your dues every day. Ibig sabihin, yung mga achievement mo last week, last month, kahapon, or last year, wag na wag mo ipapasok sa ulo mo yan. Your achievement before, kahapon yun. Iba na today. So when you believe on that kind of proposition, you keep on growing every day, you keep on improving every day, you keep on evolving every day. So yun yung gusto natin mangyari dito sa Reach. So gusto natin maging mindset ng lahat ng ating mga kasamang ascenders sa Reach natin is that the destination is sustained discipline. So ito this is more of a one-on-one mentoring na, no? Yung enterprise partner, this is for enterprise partner, brand partner, and legacy partner. Ito na yung mga kasama natin na ni-register na natin yung grupo mo as a full SEC registered company. So ang mga nagtuturo na sa atin diyan, mga philanthropists, mga business tycoons, we will be inviting them in a dinner, we'll be inviting them in an event to speak to our enterprise partner, to coach our brand partner and legacy partners. As of now, meron na po tayong mga mentors na ganyan. In fact, our founders, no, yung ating mga founders, merong mga nagbe-mentor sa kanila. May nagbe-mentor po sa atin na mga ganyan. So every now and then, we meet them and we talk to them. We share insights with them. So especially our CFO, marami pong mga nagbe-mentor sa kanila. Our CEO, marami. So you get to experience to speak to different business tycoons and business successful people in different industry para makakuha tayo ng mga insights and wisdom kung paano masusustain yung negosyo, lalo na pag lumalaki na ito. Okay ba yun? So yan. So again, we'll be having a lot of mentors here. This is what networking is all about, right? Connection and collaboration. Yun ang tunay na networking. Kaya yan ang meron dito sa Clear natin. Okay ba yun? Exciting, right? So again, as we go on our motive, importante na like what I said, yung motive is something that is so important sa check-in kasi this is where you fuel your flight. Okay, ang tawag dito, the fuel for the flight. This is where you set your goals. Napaka-importante po niyan. Napaka-importante ng expectation. Napaka-importante to set expectation. Maraming mga nag-business, maraming nag-network, no, maraming nag-join sa industry natin, sa business natin na without setting their goals, ang hirap ma-hit ng mga pangarap, ang hirap pumana nang wala kang pinapana. I believe you understand what I'm talking about. Ang hirap ng tumatarget ka or bumabaril ka nang wala ka namang binabaril. Kaya napaka-importante na iset muna natin to. And of course, this setting of goals, this setting of motive is actually going to be your fuel. Ang tawag ko dito, anchor. Kumbaga, ito, eroplano kasi ang topic natin. Pero kung sinabing anchor, sa barko ginagamit yan. Pag malalim at maliwanag sa'yo, klaro sa'yo, yung gusto mong mangyari. You know what? This is going to be your anchor. This is going to be your fuel. Hindi ka mauubusan. Kasi kahit mapagod ka, mapuyat ka, mahirapan ka, kapag maliwanag sa'yo kung ano yung gusto mo at saan ka papunta, yun yung magiging gasolina mo para magtuloy-tuloy ka. Kumbaga, kung barko man yan, yun yung magiging anchor mo para kahit anong lakas ng alon, kahit anong lakas ng bagyo, you know where you stand. You are anchored on a very, very specific and heavy and deep goals that you want in life. So maliwanag sa yun, dapat klaro yun. Kaya very, very important to. Now, let us define. Ano ba yung pagkakaiba? No? Kasi sabi ng iba, Miko, alam ko naman kung ano yung mga pangarap ko eh. Okay? So let's define. There are two kinds of words that can describe that. Ang tawag is dream and goal. Ano ba pagkakaiba ng dream sa goal? Kung pinaka-basic, kayo mismo, kayo sumagot. Can you type down there? Ano tingin niyo yung pagkakaiba ng dreams sa goal? Sige nga, paki-type nga dyan sa mga kasama natin. Sino dito yung mga may pwedeng i-type dyan? Ano yung pagkakaiba ng dreams sa goal? Yan. Type nyo dyan. Ano ba yung dreams para sa'yo? Ayan, sabi ni Gianna, dreams, ay, tama, okay, perfect, okay, okay. Most of the time, yung pangarap madaling pag-usapan eh, no? Pangarap, masarap mangarap eh. Most of the time, pag nangangarap ka, either natutulog ka, literally, or nananaginip ka ng gising, okay? So technically, ang dreams, it's happening when you're sleeping, and goals is happening when you're awake. Goals is something that you actually, do and target consciously. Ang tawag doon goal. So pag conscious ka, goal ang tawag dyan. So yun yung pagkakaiba ng dreams and goals. Kaya importante na pag may pangarap tayo, may dreams tayo, we need to identify how do we convert it? How do you convert a dreams to a goal? Maraming Pilipino, marami tayong kasama, yun ang problema. Maliwanag sa kanila yung pangarap, maliwanag sa kanila yung gusto nila. Pero hindi nila alam paano i-convert yung dreams into goals. So are you ready? This time, we will convert your dreams into goals. Ang tawag natin dito is the dream conversion cycle. Alright? Dream conversion cycle. Pakitype nga dyan. Dream conversion cycle. Ang ganda sinabi ni Aiko, dreams are wishful thinking. Goals is something that you act upon it. So, i-challenge ko kayo ngayon. How do you act upon your dreams? Alright? How do you act upon your dreams? Meron ba kayong sistema? Meron ba kayong paraan or strategy or methodology on how you convert your dreams into goals? How do you convert your wishful thinking, sabi nga ni Ike dyan, into action? How do we do that? Ang ganda nun. Sabi niya, dreams is wishful thinking and then goals is taking action into it. Now, how do you do that? Is there a method? Madaling sabihin, pero paano gagawin? Papakita natin sa inyo. Alright? With the dream conversion cycle. Are you ready? Ready na ba? If you have a piece of paper with you, mas maganda. If you can type it down here on our group chat or our chat room, maganda rin. Alright? So unang-una, step 1. May mga steps tayo dito. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Para alam ko. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay? If you're ready to convert those dreams into goals. Okay? Step by step. Alright? Sige po. Ayan, ready na. Ready na si Saldevar, ready na si Zil, ready na si Erwin. Sige, this is the dream conversion cycle, no? Itong Ascend program natin, hindi lang 'to basta nakikinig kayo, ha? Kasi sayang 'to kapag nandyan lang kayo para makinig. Kailangan nagpa-participate tayo. Kailangan ginagawa niyo siya kasi para sa iyo 'to. So, get a piece of paper or type it down here. Step 1, okay? How do you convert your dreams into goals? Number 1, you dream it by visualizing your best future. I want you to step out of yourself right now, and I want you to go 5 to 10 years ahead of you. I want you to get out of yourself and picture yourself 5 to 10 years. Anong itsura mo? Kung aalis ka ngayon, sa sarili mo ngayon, and ipa-fast forward natin 5 to 10 years, ano yung nakikita mo? Literally, you need to visualize it. If you want to close your eyes right now, you can do it, but you need to visualize. Ano yung nakikita mo sa sarili mo in the next 5 to 10 years? How do you look like? Where do you live? What is your environment? Anong laman ng bank account mo? Alright? Anong sasakyan ang minamaneho mo? So, I want you to visualize it. If you dreaming is actually visualizing. Alright? So that's the step 1. Kailangan maliwanag, klaro. Nakikita mo, ramdam mo. Alright? Everything starts from the mind. You need to understand that whatever is manifesting on the external plane, alright? Ito yung external plane, yung nakikita mo ngayon. That's your reality. Your reality is your external plane. Whatever is happening on your external plane, it all starts from your mental plane. It all starts from inside. Alright? So kaya ngayon pa lang, kailangan sa loob pa lang, tapos na. It must start from you need to start from you need to make sure na sa utak pa lang natin. You start with an end in mind, right? You start with an end in mind. Tapos na dito pa lang sa isip mo, tapos na. So you need to see ano bang meron, okay? So type mo diyan or isulat mo ngayon. What do you see on yourself 5 to 10 years? Anong itsura mo? Right? Ano yung suot mo? Okay? Ano yung itsura ng kalusugan mo, ng health mo? Alright? Ano yung itsura ng mga relationship mo? How about your family? How about your dream house? How does it look like? Alright? How about your bank account? How about the car that you're driving? So I want you to visualize it. So that's the step one. Kapag ito, okay, maliwanag na sa'yo, you go to the step two. Okay? So pag maliwanag na sa'yo, na-visualize mo na, you dream it, okay? The step two in the dream conversion cycle is to define it. Okay? Pakitype nga, dream it, and then step two, define it. You need to define it. You need to be specific. Kailangan may presyo. Kailangan may specifics. Ang problema ng iba, pangarap kong magka-kotse. Ang tanong, anong kotse? You need to define. Anong klaseng kotse? Mag-Google ka na. Okay? Hanapin mo yung kotse gusto mo. Anong modelo? Anong car brand? Magkano? Makikita mo na ngayon kung magkano yan. If you need to go sa kasa, libre po yun. Wala pong bayad pumasok sa mga kasa. Alright? Hindi ka naman kailangan magbayad kaagad para subukang sumakay sa mga bentahan ng sasakyan. It's free. Pumasok ka doon, walang problema. Alright? Feel it. And then define it. Ask about the price. Magkanong cash niyan? Magkanong monthly niyan? You need to identify. Okay, you need to define it. Gusto mo ng bagong gadget? Gusto mo ng bagong laptop? Magkano? Magkano yung MacBook mo? Alright? Gusto mo ng travel sa Boracay, sa ibang bansa, sa Maldives, kung saan man yan, sa Europa? You define it. Magkano? Identify the price. Identify the specifics. Saang lugar? Alright? Magkano yung budget? So you need to make sure there's a definition into the dreams. So you need to define. So sige, sa mga nagsulat dito, sabi nila millionaire daw. So let's define that becoming a millionaire. Magkanong milyon ang savings na gusto mo? Sabi ng iba, gusto kong magkaroon ng sasakyan. Anong klaseng sasakyan? Type mo ngayon dito. Anong car model? Anong year model? Anong magkano ang presyo niyan? Alright? You need to be specific. Kasi kung nandito nakalagay sa'yo, you want to be rich, you want to be successful, di ba? It's very vague. It's still, pangarap pa rin po yan. Alright? Dreams pa rin yan. Natutulog ka pa rin. So if you want to convert that into goals, you need to define it. Alright? Ganon din sinimula ng Ascendra International. Hindi pwede na basta magtayo lang tayo ng kumpanya. Anong pangarap natin? Basta magbago ang buhay ng mga kasama natin. That's very vague. That's a dream, pero you need to identify the vision. You need to define it. Magkano ang sales per month na kailangan natin? Ilang milyonaryo ang gagawin natin in the next 5 to 10 years? So, it's very clear. Naka-define dapat. So, ganun din when you create a goal. Okay? Ipakitype dyan. Alright? Huwag mong tipirin yung pangarap mo. Ayan, thank you, Howell. Sabi ni Howell, Ford Raptor, top of the line, silver, 2.8 million. That is what I'm talking about. Yan sinasabi ko. That's the definition of of your dreams. You are now slowly converting your dreams into goals. Alright? May specifics na siya eh. Maliwanag na eh. May Ford Raptor. Nakikita natin anong itsura ng Ford Raptor. Top of the line. May kulay. Silver. Maliwanag. Alright? Tapos may presyo. 2.8 million. Are you following? So that's how you convert your dreams into goals. Sige nga, pakitype pa yung iba dyan. Pakitype yung iba, paki-specify, pati presyo, kulay, alright? Sige, paki-define. Hindi pwedeng basta malaking bahay lang. Okay? You need to define. Ilang square meter yan? Saan yan? Nag-iiba-ibang presyo ng bahay, depende sa lugar. Alright? Ano ba yan? Condominium ba yan? Duplex ba yan? Okay? Resort type ba yan? Sa probinsya ba yan? Sa Metro Manila ba yan? Alright? Ilang square meters ba yan? Alright? So you need to, and then you need to identify the price. Anong range ng price na gusto mo? Alright? Yan, sabi ni Robert Ines, Land Cruiser, 5 million, pearl white. Yan. Yan sinasabi ko. That's how you convert your dreams into goals. You need to define it, no? Alright, so yan sabi ni Sheng Angkong, may payong na sasakyan. Parang iba na yung pinag-uusapan natin, ah. Ayan, okay? Ayan, sabi ni 2M Ford. Ayan, medyo specify pa natin. Ayan, ito, ang ganda na sinabi ni Odds. Grandia GL White. Okay, para sa grupo makabiyahe, 1.8 million. Baka panghakot. Ayan, very, very clear, no? That's that's how you define it. Now that we know how to convert our dreams into definition, into specific. So dream it, define it. Ano yung step 3? Ito na. Are you ready? Paki-take note to, ha. Ano yung step 3? You need to divide it. Yan. So hindi mo magagawa yung step 3 pag hindi mo ginawa ng tama yung step 2. Hindi mo madi-divide kapag hindi mo na-define ng tama. Kaya nga, ang ganda nung ginawa ng iba kanina, may presyo, kasi madi-divide natin. You need to break it now into months, into weeks, and into days. Are you following? So now na-define mo siya, kailangan ma-divide natin siya. So for example, if that's actually, punta tayo doon sa isang goal, no? Ano yun? Yung 2.8 million. Oh, if that's 2.8 million, let's say, ang goal, okay, ang lagyan natin ng time frame, no? Pakilagay diyan, pakilagay ng time frame. If that's 2.8 million, yung 2.8 million mo, we will divide it now into months and weeks and days. If you want to hit it in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, okay? Sabihin natin in the next 1 year and a half. Let's make it conservative. All right? 1 year and a half, that's 18 months. So 2.8 times 18, that's 155,500 per month. Divided per week, divided by 4, that's 38,800 per week. Okay? And then if you divide it per day, in 7 to 6 days, ayan, that's 6,000. 5,000 to 6,000 per day. So now na-divide natin yung price ng goals mo. Okay? Are you following? So, you dream it, you define it, you divide it. So, hindi mo magagawa yung step 3 to divide it into a time frame kapag wala kang definition na maliwanag. Okay? Now, yung last step, eto na, crucial. Yung last step, hindi pwedeng na-dream mo lang, hindi pwedeng na-define mo lang, hindi pwedeng na-divide mo lang. The step 4 is you need to convert it into daily strike. Ito yung sinasabi kanina. Wishful thinking to converting it into action. So, dinrim mo, dinefine mo, dinivide mo into months, weeks, and days yung presyo, and then you convert it into daily strike. Translate that conversion of money per month and per week to production. Ngayon na alam mo na kung magkano kailangan mo per week, alam mo na kung magkano kailangan mo per month, you need to convert ilang packages kaya ang kailangan kong mabenta at ng grupo ko para ma-hit ko yan. Ilang binary, gaano kalaking expansion account, gaano karaming direct, gaano kalaking essential account ang kailangan ko for me to hit that. So nagkakatawang tao, nagmamanifest ngayon, nagiging maliwanag ngayon yung mga pangarap natin. Are you following? Can you give me a thumbs up if that makes sense? Alright? Sabi ni Zent, lock in, target lock, 100 executive enrollees. Done! Diba? So, maliwanag sa'yo ngayon. So, di-divide mo ngayon yung 100 executive enrollees. Gagawa ka ngayon ng strategy ng mga events, activities, and strategies sa grupo. How you will hit that. How you will hit that. So, mas maliwanag ngayon. Kasi kahit pagbalik-balik mo yung mundo, hindi mo mako-convert yung dreams mo into reality without a plan. Without converting that, without defining it, without dividing it, without converting that to daily strike. Iba't iba yung paraan para ma-hit mo yan, pero you need to convert that into daily strike. Anong activity, anong action ang kailangan mo? Kasi kung hindi, magpapaulit-ulit lang yung buhay mo. So dito nagkakaroon ng stepping up. Dito nagkakaroon ng getting out of the comfort zone. Kasi meron ka ng something to hit. Maliwanag siya ngayon. Converted siya into goals. Alam nyo, sa trabaho, ang tawag namin dyan, KPIs. Meron ka dapat, itong daily strike na to, ito yung key performance indicator mo. Okay? ito yung mag-i-indicate based on the performance, based on the production, kung may hit mo ba yung ultimate goal. Alright? So again, at least now that we have this dream conversion cycle, maliwanag sa atin ngayon kung paano natin i-convert yung mga dreams into goals. Does that make sense? Are we now ready to hit our goals? Alam na natin how to convert our dreams into goals. Okay ba yon? Yan. Ayos, ayos. Okay, next. Now, as you create your goal, as you set your goal, meron tayong apat lang na importante na kailangan tandaan, yung 4 Ps. May 4 Ps lang tayo na kailangan daanan in setting your goals. The first P is that your goals should be positive. These are the non-negotiables of your goals. Kailangan ang goal mo something positive, something that excites you, something that gives you fuel, something that that can make you wake up in the morning. Na yung tipong pag may time na ayaw mong bumangon, pagod ka na, burn out ka, pag naalala mo yan, sobrang positive nung dream na yan, that it can wake you up. Papabangunin ka. 'Di ba? Kaya nga may tanong nga, 'di ba? Para kanino ka? Para saan ka bumabangon? Yan. So, your goal must be so positive. That's the first P. Okay, pakitype nga dyan. Kung nandyan pa kayo, pakitype positive. Yan. Second P, your goal should be personal. Okay? Ang goal natin, pag nag-set ka ng goal, dapat it should be personal. Hindi pwedeng kinopya mo sa upline mo. Hindi pwedeng kinopya mo sa success partner mo. Hindi pwedeng kinopya mo sa growth partner mo. Kasi, pag galing sa labas yan, it won't be sustainable. Pwedeng na-inspire ka lang dun sa nagsasalita sa harap, pwedeng na-inspire ka lang sa video ni success partner, kaya parang ganun ang gusto mong buhay, pero you need to make sure that goal should be very, very personal to you. Sa'yo yan. Okay? You need to take ownership of that. Ang tawag natin doon is sense of ownership. You need to have an ownership of that particular goal. Kasi pag galing sa labas yan, kapag kinopya lang natin sa labas yan, technically what happens is that it's not going to be sustainable. Sa umpisa ka lang ma-excite, sa umpisa ka lang tataas yung moral mo. Pero pag napapagod ka na, nahihirapan ka na, hindi siya tumatagal. Alam nyo, ang sabi nga nila, ang motivation parang itlog. Di ba? Sino mahilig kumain ng itlog dyan? Di ba? Yung boiled egg. Ang itlog, di ba? Ang itlog, may sisiw sa loob yan eh. Di ba? Sa mga mahilig sa balot dyan, di ba? Ang itlog may sisiw sa loob. Technically, pag ang itlog nabasag from a force outside to inside, okay, nabasag yung itlog from a force outside to inside, what can happen to the egg? Sige nga, type nyo nga dyan. Pag yung itlog nabasag from a force, mula sa labas yung force, papunta sa loob. Ano mangyayari sa itlog sa loob? Yung sisiw sa loob pala, ano mangyayari? Alright? Technically, pag nabasag yan from outside to inside, the chick will die inside. Patay. Pag galing sa labas yung force, the life inside will die. But when an egg, alright, nag-hatch siya, and ang force is coming from inside to outside, what does it mean? It's a sign of what? Guys, can you type it down there? Pag ang itlog nabasag from a force inside to outside, yes, thank you. Buhay. It means life. It's a sign of life. The same with our goals. The same with our motivation. Pag ang motivation mo galing sa labas, galing kay success partner, galing sa influencer, galing sa vlogger na napanood mo, useless yan. It's not sustainable. But if your goals and your motivation comes from you inside, it's very personal. Diba? Nakikita mo sa goals mo yung asawa mo, nakikita mo sa goals mo yung mga anak mo, nakikita mo sa goals mo yung pamilya mo, then technically, it's going to last long. Kahit pagod ka na, puyat ka na, hirap ka na, andyan pa rin yan. So, that's the second P in setting a goal. It must be very, very personal. So, positive and personal. Third, pangatlong P, it needs to be possible. 'Di ba? So, it needs to be grounded pa rin into reality. Kailangan kapag ikaw naman ay nangarap at nag-set ka ng goal, it must be realistic. Kaya nga yung dream conversion cycle kanina, it's actually one way also to adjust, to actually malaman mo gaano ba katagal yan. Pag dinefine mo na yung presyo, dinivide mo na siya into months, and then convert mo into daily strike, to makikita mo kung it's possible or not. Yan. So, importante na yung dreams natin, it's possible. Doon papasok naman dito yung pagsaset ng short-term and long-term goal. Kasi minsan, posible naman eh. Yun nga lang, it's far-fetched kasi it's long-term. No, maraming nagko-quit kasi ang sineset nilang goals, puro long-term. Are you following? Maraming nagko-quit, maraming nag-burn out, maraming nawawala ng lakas ng loob at tumitigil sa negosyo natin kasi or sa business or whatever it is, sinasara yung negosyo, nagko-quit sa negosyo natin kasi nga yung mga goals nila puro long term. Yan. So to make it possible, kailangan may dalawa kang sa klase ng goal. May long term tsaka may short term. Bakit importante yung mga short term goals? Kasi a progression of your short term goals, a series of short term goals will make you reach your long term. So yung short term, importante siya to keep you moving. You need to celebrate small wins. You need to celebrate yung mga paisa-isang achievement, yung bagong cellphone, right? Yung first direct, yung first milestone. So you need to celebrate that. You need to set that. You need to set those short-term goals para tuloy-tuloy, hindi mo napapansin, na-reach mo na yung long-term. Pero pag puro long-term ng long-term ng long-term yung goals mo, so, nagiging far-fetched. Kaya marami nagko-quit. Hindi siya nagiging possible. Right? Lahat naman posible eh. Okay? Pero again, pag hindi ka marunong gumawa ng short-term and long-term, hindi ka tatagal. Alright? Kasi masyadong far-fetched eh. Minsan, ko-compare mo pa yung sarili mo sa iba. Ba't sila ang bilis? Ba't akong bagal? So, doon nagsisimula yung frustration. Doon nagsisimula yung disappointments. So, kaya importante na you have your short term and then you need to make sure that it's personal para alam mo na ito galawan ko kasi may sarili kang pacing. You cannot compare your pacing sa ibang tao. All right? So that's number 3. Possible. All right? And last but not the least, yung pang-apat na P, it needs to be prioritized. Ayan. Eto na. Okay? Sayang lahat ng goal. Kahit nakaset ng maayos yan, kahit na maliwanag sa iyo yan, na-define mo and everything, kahit na positibo yan, kahit na personal yan, kahit na posible yan, kapag hindi mo naman napaprioritize, sayang din. Etong prioritization, ito yung sagot sa mga katulad ng maraming taong tulad natin. Ako, I'll be raising my hand. Okay? I'll be raising my hand. Kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo, dito sa Ascendra International, you don't need to project, you don't need to, sometimes the first level of consciousness for you to become competent is to actually identify that you are incompetent. What does it mean? Okay, ang pinakamalaking magiging problema mo dito sa negosyo natin kapag hindi mo alam yung problema at hindi mo tanggap yung problema mo. Pero pag identified mo yung weaknesses mo and problema mo, that's the first foundation and first step of moving forward towards your goals. So itong prioritization, ito yung first thing na kailangang meron sa ang tawag dito, may iba't ibang klase ng tao, yung mga tipong, yung mahilig tayong mag-umpisa ng isang bagay tapos hindi mo natutuloy. Okay? Kasi hindi mo ma-manage yung oras mo. At the same time, may mga tao na, they don't know how to prioritize stuff or mahihirapan sila to prioritize things kasi hindi nila na-chunk up. So ako, I'll be honest with you, kasama po ako dyan. I'm learning also. Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo sa Ascendra, when we train you, we are not here as masters na nag-train sa inyo. We are also learning together with you. Sabay-sabay tayo dito. So kailangan importante yan. Kung ikaw ay someone na, you procrastinate, you love to procrastinate, tsaka na to. Or kung minsan naman parang sa sobrang dami mong gagawin, hindi mo na pa-prioritize ng maayos, yung time management, then this is something for you. This is something for us, all right? Yung pang-apat na P natin, prioritize. All right? Are you ready? Are we learning so far? Okay, paano tong prioritize, Miko? Ayan, sabi ni Zil, start lang, di natatapos. Ayan. Okay, can you relate on that sa mga nakaka-relate dyan? Okay. Sabi nung yan ang tawag dyan. Thank you for the term, Howell. Certified intro boys. Ayan, okay. Ayan, mga intro boys and girls. Ayan. So marami yan, di ba? Yung iba naman, mabilis mag-defocus. Di ba? Sa umpisa, hanep, grabe ang direct, di ba? Ngayon, nag-first month tayo, nag-launch tayo ng June 30. Grabe, ang daming direct, no? Hanggang July. Pagdating ng August, wala nang direct. Okay? So, nag-complacent na. So, number 1 pa rin, pwedeng complacency. Alright? So, ang daming reason, okay? So, again, para hindi ka ma-defocus, para matulungan kayo hindi ma-defocus, hindi kayo magiging complacent, alright? Yung prioritization is important. So, ito yan. Para mag-prioritize, papakita natin sa inyo yung tinatawag na priority coordinate plane. Ayan. Meron pala tayong tinatawag na priority coordinate plane. So, lahat tayo, mamamaster. Sa umpisa, medyo, alam mo yun, medyo technical siya sa umpisa. Alright? In the beginning, it sounds technical, pero as you understand the concept, okay, at nabaon siya sa'yo down to your bone marrow, okay, magiging subconscious na siya sa'yo na mapapractice mo na siya. Alright? So ako, I have the consciousness over it, pero ang pinaka-goal ko is to convert it into subconscious. Okay? Kasi importante yun eh. May 4 na level of consciousness eh. 'Di ba? May tinatawag na unconsciously incompetent. Okay, pakitype nga dyan. Kaya nyo bang i-type? Kasi wala dito sa slides ko eh. Unconsciously incompetent. Ibig sabihin nun, hindi mo alam na incompetent ka. Yun yung level 1. Yung level 1, hindi mo alam na hindi mo pa pala alam or incompetent ka pala sa ginagawa mo. That's unconsciously incompetent. Doon tayo lahat magsisimula. Okay? Lahat tayo dyan nagsimula. Lahat tayo, we are unconsciously incompetent. We don't even know that we are not good at it. Yung second level nun, okay? Yung second level, ang tawag doon, you are now consciously incompetent. Yan. Level 2. You are now consciously incompetent. Alam mo na hindi ka magaling. Okay? Yun yung maganda doon kasi alam mo na eh. Okay? That's the first level of improvement. That's the first level of progress. Pakitype dyan. Consciously incompetent. Alam mo na ngayon na hindi ka malupit, na hindi ka pa magaling dito, na may sablay ka. Okay? Pag hindi mo nalaman yan, hindi ka makakatawid sa level 3. Okay? Ayan. Ano yung level 3? Eto. Dito maraming katulad natin. Okay? Pagdating sa prioritization, nandito ako sa level 3. Ano yung level 3? Yun yung mga device level 2 is consciously incompetent. Yung level 3, eto. Okay? Ang level 3, eto yung consciously competent. Ayan. Nagiging competent ka lang kapag conscious ka. Yun yung level 3. Consciously competent. Magaling ka lang kapag conscious ka. Alright? So may effort, may energy para maging magaling ka doon. So ganun siya. Consciously competent. That's level 3. Ang goal natin, umabot tayo doon sa level 4. Okay? Ano yung level 4 of competency? Okay? Yung level 4, ito yung pinakagusto natin. You are unconsciously competent. Yan. Yung habit na siya, automatic na siya. Right? Yung tipong, wala na siyang effort, wala na siyang energy. It is happening on a subconscious level. Nakaprogram na siya sa'yo. Parang pagmamaneho. Diba sa umpisa, pag nag-aaral ka mag-drive, hindi mo pa alam eh. Diba? Tapos magiging, alam mo ngayon kung sa kahirap, sa cambio kahirap, diba? Sa ganito kahirap, sa side mirror kahirap, diba? So you are now consciously incompetent. Yung level 3, consciously competent. Pag sanay ka na magmaneho, pag medyo marunong ka na conscious ka, nakafocus ka, saan ako liliko, saan ako pupunta. Pero pag sanay ka na, pag ulit-ulit mo na siyang ginagawa, you become unconsciously competent. Ang nangyayari, kahit na may iba kang ginagawa, nakakapagmaneho ka na. Yung paa mo, yung kamay mo, yung braso mo, alam na kung saan ang shift 1, 'di ba? Alam na kung saan ang second shift, ang third shift, alam mo na kung paano ang timplahin yung clutch at saka yung gas. Sa mga manual driver, may mga manual driver pa ba dito? 'Di ba? So again, yun, 'di ba? So you become unconsciously competent already. Sabihin sanay ka na, habit na siya. So technically, yun yung gusto nating mangyari. So, itong priority coordinate plane sa umpisa, medyo magiging consciously competent kayo dito. Kasi it takes a lot of effort for you to become habitual on this. So, ito siya. Para kailangan maintindihan muna natin. First, okay, yung quadrant 1, ito yung mga bagay na ang tawag natin is now. Q1. The Q1 is now. Ibig sabihin, they are urgent and they are important. Okay? So, tandaan nyo muna, doon sa ating priority coordinate plane, may dalawang linya, by the way. The line of importance and the line of urgency. So, magkaiba pala yung importante sa urgent. Ano ba pagkakaiba nun? Parang halos pagkaparehas lang yun, 'di ba? Pag sinabi kasing important, kailangan natin talaga yan. Importante yan, 'di ba? Lahat naman ng bagay, importante, 'di ba? Yung training, importante. Yung pagdedirect, yung pagkakausap, importante. 'Di ba? Lahat naman bagay importante sa atin. Pero, hindi lahat urgent, 'di ba? Hindi lahat urgent. So, yung urgency, ibig sabihin, yung kailangan na ngayon, ngayon na. Yun yung pagkakaiba ng important and urgent. Are you following? Are you following? Can you give me a thumbs up? If you're following. So, yun yung pagkakaiba ng importante at urgent. Okay? So, maraming bagay na importante. Yung dream house mo, importante sa'yo yan. Yung dream car mo, importante sa'yo yan. But is it urgent? Hindi. Ang urgent ngayon, yung pang-araw-araw mo. Right? So magkaiba yung important and urgent. Okay? So may line of importance and line of urgency sa priority coordinate plane. Yung quadrant 1 is the now. Ibig sabihin, pag sinabing now, it is urgent and it's important. Okay? So yun yung mga now. Kaya pag kapag may mga bagay na kailangan gawin, ibig sabihin, urgent to, important to, ngayon na yan. Hindi makapag-iintay yan. Kailangan nang gawin ngayon. Alright? Yan. Next, yung quadrant 2. Ang tawag dito, prepare. Hindi siya urgent, pero importante. Hindi pwedeng i-schedule mo siya next week. Pwedeng i-schedule mo siya the next 2 days. Pero naka-schedule. Nakapila. Nakalinya. Okay? So, hindi siya urgent, pero importante. Kailangan siyang matapos. Kailangan siyang mangyari para maabot mo yung mga goals mo. Okay? Pero pwede siyang sa huli or baka pwedeng may prerequisites siya. Kaya nasa quadrant 2 siya. Ibig sabihin, may kailangan ka munang matapos na now para magawa mo siya. Alright? May mga ganun. So, not urgent but important. Alam nyo, for me, sa profession ko before I came into this industry, 15, 16 years ago, medyo familiar sa akin to kasi sa hospital, I'm a nurse kasi in profession, sa hospital may tinatawag na triage. I don't know if may mga nurse po dito. Yung triage, yung tipong nasa emergency room ka, may papasok na pasyente. Ang daming pasyente. Sabay-sabay papasok yung mga pasyente. Malalaman mo sa mga pasyente, ano yung mga urgent na kailangan na talagang idiretso. Kasi anytime, it's a ticking time bomb. Pwedeng mawala. Meron din yung mga sa emergency room pumasok, pwede pa namang maghintay in a few minutes or a few hours bago ma-serve. Pero kailangan ma-serve na. Especially pag sobrang daming tao. Pag highly traffic. So, ganun sa hospital. So, ganun din to. So, ginagamit din nila to. Okay? So, again, sa business, kailangan din natin siyang gawin. Kasi kung hindi mo makaprioritize yung mga dapat mong gawin. Alright? Hindi mo maabot yung mga goals mo. So, you need to be efficient and effective on it. So, kaya importante siyang alam natin. Alright? So, Q2, not urgent, pero important. Ano pa? Q3. Ano yung Q3? Ito yung waste. Okay? So, kung makikita nyo, sa priority coordinate plane, okay, siya yung nando na sa, hindi na nga siya urgent, hindi pa importante. Okay? Nasa negative side talaga siya. Ayan, makikita mo, negative side siya ng line of importance, nasa baba siya, nasa baba rin siya ng line of urgency. Kaya it's called waste. Ito yung quadrant 3, it's a waste. Hindi na urgent, hindi pa importante. And I'm telling you, most of the time, ang oras mo within 24 hours, napakalaki ng oras mo na napupunta dyan sa waste. Kaya para makita mo kung papunta ka ba sa goals mo, kung maaabot mo ba yung goals mo, check mo lang yung activities calendar mo, activity schedule mo per day. Before you sleep tonight, balikan mo yung ano mo, i-retract mo yung nangyari sa'yo for the whole day. And hanapin mo doon, ilang oras yung ginawa kong waste. Ilang oras yung nag-doom scrolling ako. Ilang oras yung nag-scroll ako ng Facebook na walang nangyari. Okay? Naka 2 hours akong nanood ng Netflix, 3 hours ng series. Those are waste. Kasi bakit? Hindi siya urgent, hindi na siya importante para sa'yo. Doon sa, kung pagbabasihan natin yung goals. Alright? So again, may iba't ibang perspective ha. Kasi itong perspective nito, we're talking about business. Alright? We're talking about business. So kung business ang pag-uusapan, waste yun. Yung panood mo ng Netflix, it's a waste. Pero kung pag-uusapan natin is yung buhay entertainment mo, okay? Siyempre, ibang usapan yun. Alright? So ito business eh. So kaya yun yung mga quadrant 3 natin. Next, quadrant 4, okay, ito. Quadrant 4 are challenge. Ito yung mga urgent pero not important. What do you mean by that, Miko? Ito yung mga emergency. Ito yung mga kailangan mo na, pero hindi naman ganun ka-importante. Bibigyan kita ng example para maintindihan niyo yung challenge. Kasi dito marami naguguluhan. Quadrant 4 is that, for example, no? For example, kailangan kong sunduin yung mga anak ko sa school. Okay? Pero meron tayong activity ngayon sa business, sa negosyo. That's quadrant 4. Kasi urgent siya, kailangan mo siyang gawin. Pero hindi siya importante in a scale of your business. Kapag negosyo yung subject, pag negosyo yung topic, it's not important. Pero para sa iyo personally, kailangan na siyang gawin kasi urgent siya eh. Alright? So that's how we understand itong priority coordinating. So again, like I said, it takes a lot of it sounds technical pero as you go further sa pagpa-prioritize ng mga gagawin natin in time management, you will definitely realize that this is very very crucial in reaching your goals in your dreams. So importante siya. So now prepare, waste and challenge. So again, pag nasanay tayo dito, magiging usapan natin kapag kinamusta mo yung mga leaders mo, yung mga growth partners mo. Oh, ano ba yung ginagawa mo ngayon, partner? Is it Q1 or Q2? Yan. So, pwedeng sumagot sa iyo yung partner mo, success partner, it's actually a Q4. Diba? May Q4 lang ako ngayon, wait lang. Pero later, I'll do my Q1. Yan. Alright? So again, going back to our 4 Ps of your goal set, it needs to be positive, it needs to be possible, it needs to be personal, and yung pang last, it needs to be prioritized. Ayos? So medyo nagkakatawang tao na ba yung ating mga goals, right? After learning the dream conversion cycle and then the 4 Ps, now the priority coordinate plane, can you give me a thumbs up if this makes sense to everyone? Alright? Yan, sa mga ready na. Okay? Itong training na to, di ba? This is Q1 for each and everyone, right? Yan. Ayos, yan. Thumbs up. Sabi ni Ami, ni Marian, ni Engelbert. Okay, ayos. Si Joanna, si Maria, Lilia. Yan. Sa mga ready nang ma-reach ang kanilang mga goals. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we actually end this, may pa-bonus kami sa iyo. May pa-bonus kami sa inyo sa ating C2 before we move on to our C3. May pa-bonus ako sa inyo kasi very important now that you know the dream conversion cycle. Now that we identify na for you to convert your dreams into goal, you dream it, you define it, you divide it, and you convert it to daily strike. This time, may papakita ko sa inyong software or system na pwede nating improve or pwede niyong simulang gamitin for you to actually, monitor. Kasi monitoring is very important. Di ba? Kailangan na monitor natin kung ano yung progress. So, coming from monitoring, coming from data, you will know how to decide kung saan ka papunta. Alam mo mag-reroute, alam mo paano mo gagawin, ba dapat mong gagawin. So, let me just show you here, no? I-share ko sa inyo. Stop ko muna yung sharing ng slides natin. I'll go back to that. Let me share to you here. Okay? Ang tawag natin dito is yung ating essential account monitoring. Okay? Paki-type nga dyan, essential account monitoring. This is a bonus for everyone kasi importante para ma-appreciate natin how important monitoring is. Kasi if you don't monitor your progress, hindi natin makikita kung nasan tayo, anong status natin, saan tayo papunta. So malilihis tayo. Parang sa aeroplano rin, di ba? Like what we're talking about a while ago, you cannot depart an airport, no, nang hindi maliwanag yung ETA, yung final destination, yung estimated time of arrival. In fact, when you try to depart an airport, okay, maliwanag na yung bawat degree ng ruta na dadaanan. When you are in the middle of the flight, just 1 degree off coming from your route in the next 1 minute, 2 minutes, okay lang. Pero if you are 1 degree off in the next 1 hours to 2 hours, I'm telling you, pagdating mo sa destination mo, hindi mo na makita, ilalapagan mo. You are already lost. Kaya importante, every now and then, while we are getting to our goals, we are reaching our goals, yung short-term and long-term natin, meron tayong monitoring ng data. Kaya ganong ka-importante yung essential monitoring tool. So, pakita ko sa inyo, hindi ko lang siya ma-share ngayon. Nasaan na ba yun? Ayan, paano ba i-share yung aking Google Chrome? Ayan, sige, share natin. Or yung buong screen ko na lang, i-share ko sa inyo. Okay, yan. Kita nyo ba? Ayan. Alright. So, this is the essential account calculator. Alright? So can you see it? Paki-type nga dyan kung nakikita na ninyo. Okay? Paki-type din yung ating monitoring tool, Essential Account Monitoring. So itong Essential Account, we can share you the link of this. Simple lang naman siya gamitin. Kailangan mo lang identify kung magkano yung kailangan mo every day. Now, when you talk about essential account, alam naman natin para sa yung essential account, di ba? Kung nakapanood na kayo ng AI forum sa lahat ng mga ascenders natin, yung essential account, ito yung pang-araw-araw. Now, I want you to understand, napaka-crucial na dapat alam natin kung ano yung ginagawa natin every day. Ano yung kailangan natin every day at yung production natin every day. Now, again, yung essential account ang pumapasok dyan, ano? Direct referral bonus at saka yung inyong mga product and service rebate. So when you say essential account, ito yung sarili mong production. Now imagine, kung ikaw nakafocus ka sa essential account, buhay ka eh. Imagine mo, 10 ng mga kagrupo mo nakafocus din sa essential account, edi automatically, naturally, lalaki yung expansion account ninyo. Are you getting the idea? Kaya nga, sa Ascendra International, ang usapan na dito, hindi naman babaliwan ng milyon-milyon. Makinig ka mabuti ha. Ang usapan na dito hindi yung baliwan ng, oy, magiging milyonaryo ka. Magiging super millionaire ka dito. Milyon-milyon, kikita tayo ng malaki. Hindi na po ganun ang usapan dito. Ang usapan dito, we become more realistic. Walang overpromise, walang overhype. Ang usapan dito, magkano ba ang kailangan mo para buhay ka araw-araw? How much is the monthly allowance that you need? Magkano ang kailangan mo? Magkanong income ang need mo every month para komportable ka? Doon tayo magsimula. Okay? Doon tayo magsimula. So if ganun ang usapan, mas maraming makikinig sa'yo. Kasi ngayon, maraming tao may stigma na into networking. Kapag baliwan lang ng baliwan, million-million, sports car and everything, okay yun eh, long term. Pero like I told you, sometimes mas nadi-discourage pa silang mag-join pag ganun ang pinag-uusapan. Imbis na ma-inspire sila, mas nawawalan pa sila ng gana. Kasi far-fetched. So kaya ang usapan dito, hindi na lang basta million-million kagad, hindi puro long term. Ang usapan, magkano ba ang kailangan mo per month? So kayo tanongin ko ngayon, magkano ang kailangan per month? So sabi ng iba, 30K, 50K. So compute natin. Sige, gawa natin ng essential account calculator. So when you talk about the basic needs, magkano ba ang food allowance? Example, food allowance per month. Type natin dyan. Magkano ang food allowance per month, guys? Okay, sabi natin 20,000. Napakalaking pamilya. Siguro, a family with, 4, 5 members, 20,000 house rent. Magkano house rent? Type natin dito, 15,000 for example. Ay, sorry, 150 yan. Okay. Clothing, alright. Sabi natin may clothing allowance ka. Okay. Pang araw-araw, monthly bills sa kuryente, water bill, internet, okay? Sabihin natin ang total andyan. So hindi ko pa dinagdag yung iba, pero sabihin natin ang total mo, ayan, let's play around 50 to 60,000 pesos. Okay? So transport mo, dagdagan natin para medyo yan. Sarado natin ng 60,000. Okay? So at 61,600, you now have your essential account calculator. So nagto-total siya. Now makikita mo yung total niya, sobra. Sadya natin sinobrahan yung total ng at least 10%. So bakit important natin may ganyan? Kasi at least may buffer ka. Okay? So when you talk about total expense, pag nakita mo yung computation mo dito, as you can see, now hindi ka pwedeng sumobra dyan. Pag nandiyan na yung total expense mo, may buffer na ng 10% yan, hindi ka pwedeng sumobra. So that's how you you start managing it. Okay? So pag meron ka ng ganito ngayon, nakita mo na, ito pala ang essential account calculator ko. Okay? You now go to the next page. Ito na, yung target income monitoring. Now that you know it's 60,000 pesos, ito para kay upline. For example, ang founder or ang upline natin. For example, ang pangalan mo, let's say, kuha tayo ng pangalan dito. Example, ito si Marilu Bruno. Okay? For example, si Marilu Bruno, may grupo siya. Okay? Lagay natin isa sa mga leaders niya. For example, sino pwedeng example niya? Pahiram ng pangalan. Okay? Example, si Marian. Marian Magtalas. Okay? For example, si Marian Magtalas naka-executive at ang target income niya, kinumpute natin kanina, sabihin natin nasa 60,000. Okay? So makikita niyo dito automatically, may isang participant na, wala pang nakaka-hit at yung progress niya 0%. So makikita niyo dito, naka-formula na po ito. Okay? Makikita niyo dito na si Marian Magtalas na executive ang rank. Target income niya is 60,000 per month. So pwede natin makita dito kung ilan ang dapat niyang ma-hit na packages for the whole month to reach his achieved income and remaining target. So ang remaining target niya 60,000 pa rin. Lagyan natin for example ng 5 associate. Kailangan maka 5 associate siya. May lumabas dito 7,650. So we're just focusing on essential account. Sabi natin naka-isang director siya. O, sa isang director pa lang sobra na. Na 10,600 na siya. So one executive kasi naka-promo period tayo until September 30. Ang ating executive is 70,000 pesos ang direct referral. 'Di ba? So isang executive, 5 builder, sobra-sobra na. Ang achieve income niya is 70,000. Ang remaining target, sobra na siya. Okay? So sobra na siya sa 60,000. So may bonus pa siya. So may kita mo dyan, ang participant isa, nakahit isa, progress 100%. So kung isa ka pang kagrupo, for example, kagrupo mo for example si Normesia. Normesia Hagape. So ganun din, for example, ang account naman niya, executive din, ang target goal niya is 80,000 per month. So, na-type lang rin natin dito. So, makikita mo, dalawa na ang participant, isa pa rin na nakaka-hit, ang progress ng grupo mo, 50%. So, sabihin natin si Normuisha Hagape, naka-isang executive, okay, may remaining pa siyang 17,000, may achieved income na siya, minus tax na po yan. So, deductible na ng tax para accurate tayo. Tapos, naka-isang builder siya, kulang pa rin, di ba? Naka-2 associate, ayan. So, kulang pa rin kasi 70,000 siya. Gawin natin itong 4 na builder. Ayan, 1-3 na lang. Gawin natin 3. 3 associate. Ayan. So, reach na yung 80,000. So, ito pa rin kailangan niyang ma-hit. So, as you can see, maliwanag. Parang ginawa na natin dito yung dream it, define it, divide it, and then daily strike. So, it's up to you what kind of goal you want to put there. Kung gusto mo dito ng, sasakyan ang gusto mo dyan, so ko-convert mo lang ilang package ang kailangan, malalaman mo kung makaka-hit na. So, pwede itong continuously dinadagdagan natin every now and then para makita natin yung progress. Kung naka-hit na ba sila, ilan ang hitters natin, ilan ang participants, ilan ang progress. So, this is just an example, no? You can actually have something like this. Ang importante natin dito is may monitoring. Now, the good news is, yung mga data analytics and performance analytics na ganito, magkakaroon po tayong lahat sa Ascendra sa ating mga dashboard, sa ating mga portals. So that's part of our programs na mga enhancements na gagawin natin sa ating business. So para sigurado na marami sa atin defined yung goals natin at maliwanag sa atin yung mga i-hit nating mga goals. Okay ba 'yon? All right? So again guys, basically this is actually our check into yung ating goal setting. So makikita nyo ngayon dyan, maliwanag na maliwanag. With all of that, clear yung goal set natin. Hindi lang siya basta pangarap, hindi lang basta parang gusto, pero makikita natin how we are converting it already into production. And this is just essential. Hindi pa natin pinag-uusapan yung expansion. Bonus na yung binary. Bonus na yung turbo engine. Bonus na yung unilevel, pati yung override, pati yung enjoyment nakahiwalay pa. What we're just talking about here is the essential account. Puro direct referral lang to. Okay? So just imagine kung ikaw nakafocus ka lang sa essential at 10 ng mga kagrupo mo nakafocus sa essential, can you imagine your expansion and enjoyment account will naturally grow exponentially. Right? So kaya nga, we encourage everyone, huwag tayong umasa sa expansion lang. Kailangan ang magpapagalaw talaga niyan is the essential. So if you can create a culture in your team na nakafocus sa essential, parang Rolex lang yan. Alright? Di ba yung Rolex, yung self-winding mechanism niya, pag gumalaw yung isang gear, gagalaw lahat ng other gears. So, focus ka lang sa isang gear. Ano yung gear na yon? Yung essential mo. Pag nakafocus ka sa essential, automatic, gumagalaw yung expansion. Pag buong grupo mo nakafocus din sa essential, bibilis yung galaw ng expansion, may hit mo rin yung enjoyment. So, focus on the essentials. Okay? Is that clear, guys? Are we learning so far? That's only from our check-in too. Na? Grabe, no? So, again, ako I'm excited for each and every one kasi currently you are in check-in 2. Yan nakikita nyo sa slides ngayon. You're in motive. Ang next stop natin is mastery. Yung ating check-in 3. Alright? So we encourage and invite each and everyone. Next week will be your check-in 3 and that will be your mastery. So we'll be talking about, the solutions that we have. We'll master yung details, neat and gritty, ng ating mga solutions, ng ating mga vitality products, pati ng ating insurance division. So again, guys, I'm excited to hear from you and to see you as well sa mga umattend ngayon. Congratulations in advance. I hope marami sa inyo makapag-practice nito, ma-apply natin. And I declare success and dreams and goals achieved for each and everyone in this room today. Maraming salamat and keep ascending with Ascendra International. Tayo po ang magkakapartner sa pag-asenso. God bless and more power. Thank you, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Sir Miko. Maraming salamat po for giving us a very detailed explanation ng check-in 2 natin, di ba? So I know for sure lahat ng mga nandito is very excited na kasi nga mas naging clear sa atin kung paano natin magagawa na makuha natin yung goals natin and how can we differentiate dreams from a goal. Right? So, diniscuss sa Sir Miko lahat ng yon. Kaya, alam ko, marami kayong natutunan. So, can we give a gratitude message dyan sa chat box? Pasalamatan natin ng todo ang trainer natin for today. Ayan, maraming salamat po, Sir Miko. And also, we would like to invite you all for our next check-in 3, yung mastery natin. That will be next week. Okay? So, paantay na lang din po ng poster para mas clear yung time natin for the next event. So once again, maraming salamat po for attending our Ascend training. And I'm your host for tonight, Miss Katsa Magberino.